Now let's take a look at this morning's top stories, what you need to know before you go. Iowa state lawmakers are considering more changes to the property tax system. They say these bills are years in the making. They add, think of this as an overhaul to the property tax system. The measures would lead to a $400 million property tax cut statewide, as well as a $25,000 property tax exemption for homeowners, among other things. Iowa Democrats say they want all stakeholders to be involved in the conversation, while Republicans say this is something voters have demanded.
This is going to give you predictability, the ability to budget out 3, 4, 5 years in advance, which you cannot currently do.
The reason why we're doing it is not because we would like to do it, but Iowans told us we need a better property tax system.
We need to make sure that all our cities and school boards and counties have a chance to go through it. They absolutely must have a seat at the table.
The proposed changes would be applied over the next 5 years. Iowa GOP lawmakers say they plan to get the changes passed this legislative session. Well, in the meantime, Sioux City property owners have the chance to weigh in on a proposed property tax increase for fiscal year 2026. A public hearing on the proposal is set for March 24th at 3:30 p.m. in the council chambers at City Hall. Under the proposal, residential taxes would go up by 7%. That would be an increase of $48 for each $100,000 of a property's assessed value. City officials say the increase comes because many of the city's other funding sources are facing uncertain futures.
What's made it more difficult this year are the number of funding sources that have been cut or have not been performed upon, and so that revenue is way down. And we don't know yet today what more federal funds might be cut, and maybe to a certain extent state funds. So that there's that unknown. It really makes it difficult.
According to the city's website, at this time, just 7.8% of the city's income comes from property taxes. And the city finance director tells us at this time, the city does not need to make significant cuts to services available to residents, but that could change in the coming years. The city has made cuts to the budget in other places, including the Human Rights Commission by $140,000. 3 full-time and 2 part-time positions will be cut back to 1 full-time and 3 part-time. That means 1 person will lose their job. The commission's director has also taken a pay cut of more than $8 an hour.
We need to be allowed to do our job. It makes our community better to have a local Human Rights Commission doing the work. We do have a state commission who is undermanned and overwhelmed, and they aren't getting work done. They can't take on our cases. And it's always best to have a local staff investigating local issues.
Mackey is hopeful some of the money may be reallocated, but City Council would have to cut funding somewhere else to make that happen. All right, one last check on the weather. What's the latest with the rain and snow?
Yeah, so the snow is finally starting to make an appearance in Sioux City outside the Blackbird Red Casino camera. It's been mostly rain all night, but now, as of just 10 minutes ago or so, it's been changing over to snow, and we will gradually see that snow through the morning. That's our Blackbird Red Casino camera out there, and we will gradually see that snow through much of the day today. But your 9 on 9 forecast shows that we'll see temperatures that are going to be rising after this snow that we have today. An additional inch or 2 is not impossible in Sioux City and most areas. Some higher amounts toward Wayne and Norfolk. We do see warming temperatures through the weekend. Don't forget to move those clocks forward 1 hour tomorrow night before you go to bed. Rain changes to snow again next Friday into Saturday, March 14th and 15th.